Hello, beautiful people. It is your spiritual muse here today to talk to you about another moon. So today, well, not quite today, in a couple of days, on January 12th at around 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 9 p.m. Pacific, we have a new moon in Capricorn. This is an awesome new moon to start out with for our year, and it makes sense why it falls this time of year. Capricorn is all about how we create in the world, how we offer our personal skills to humanity as a whole, right? The tangible things that we create, the things that are seen by others, right? So it's a very earthy sign. It is a practical sign. It's about ambition, the things you want. Capricorn loves to make money, create things. They want to feel like they're noticed for what they're bringing to the world. So it's about leaders, being a leader, being conservative, and the phrases I use. So you're using your skills and making things in the world. So focus on these things when you're thinking about manifesting on this new moon, because new moons are always about manifesting, right? It's a powerful time for manifesting at the beginning of the year. As we know, right, it might not mean a whole lot to us that it's the turning of the year, but astrologically, it actually is a really powerful time to create goals for ourselves. So I'm not saying stick to your hard and fast resolution. Maybe make it just a couple of goals that you want during the year. So instead of telling yourself I have to do this one thing every day, the Capricorn motto is more slow and steady. We get things done as they get done. We don't judge ourselves if they're happening immediately, right? Because Capricorn knows that the things that we want, we play the long game for, right? We have to really put the effort in over a long period of time, right? Beautiful things don't always happen overnight. We like to believe they do sometimes, and sometimes they do, and perhaps they will if you truly believe. But if you allow yourself to give yourself time and say every little bit counts and just appreciate the little steps along the way, Capricorn is going to look at all those little achievements and appreciate them along the way, right? So focusing on the little things that add up to the bigger things, right? This is a great time to plan what you want for this year. So what do you want in 2021? You can, instead of focusing on just the month like we normally do when we do our moon work, you can actually focus on the whole year and also the month, right? So we can look at the big picture and the small one. Capricorn is able to do both. And it reminds us to be patient with ourselves and kind to ourselves along the way. And that is, not always something Capricorn is good at. Sometimes Capricorn energy can be a little bit cold, a little bit controlling. So allow yourself to release some of that control that you have over these goals, and they'll actually come to you sooner if you have more positive thoughts about them, right? And as long as we can appreciate the little things, that's kind of the lesson of Capricorn. Be kind to others and show them that you care about them. If you've been really focused on your goals and maybe neglecting the people you love, it's a good time to say, hey, I love you, I care about you, I am here for you. It's a great time to be ambitious and strategic as well. So if you have some lofty goals, you have some great things, write a plan of action, right? Instead of just maybe thinking like this would be wonderful and hemming and hawing over why it hasn't happened yet, allow yourself to actually create actionable steps that can allow you to manifest what you want. Because in order to create our lives, we also have to take action, right? It's inspired action. It's not necessarily things that feel like work, but just doing small little things that can help you get there is an awesome way to use that Capricorn energy, right? Capricorn is like a ram-like figure, but it also has the tail of the mermaid. So Capricorn reminds us to find balance, right? It's a little bit like Libra in that way, where it's a half and half sign. So the tail reminds us to go with the flow, to appreciate where we are, to enjoy the waters that we swim in. And the front of it is working hard. So if you can find that balance between appreciating what you have and going with the flow and just letting opportunities come to you, and then fighting with those horns and pushing forward, if you can kind of do both at the same time, you'll really understand the magic of Capricorn. All right, now for our bonus time, we're going to talk about the other aspects that are going on in the sky. So if you're not interested in the aspects, I wouldn't blame you. That's fine. We can just let you go with the Capricorn new moon info, and that's plenty. But this is a little bit of bonus stuff that tells you about more of the energies that are going on in the sky. So I'm only going to tell you about the 4 main ones. There's always a lot more stuff going on in the sky. I'm going to kind of narrow it down. So we have the moon conjunct Pluto. That means they're next to each other, right? They're really close. It's going to bring about passionate feelings and intuitive transformation. Pluto is all about transformation. It's diving deep into things. But this can be a time where we have really passionate feelings. This is, passionate feelings in terms of maybe love. Maybe it's passionate feelings in terms of like you're just really into these things that you want to create in your life this year. So that could go along really well with our Capricorn new moon and that intuitive transformation too. So if you've been looking into getting to be a more intuitive person, to pick up on intuitive tips out there that are coming by in your day, I recommend that you really focus on that at this time, because there are many things that Capricorn would like to jump on in terms of opportunities that we may miss out on if we're not paying attention to that more intuitive mermaid tail side of the Capricorn. Now, we also have some harsh aspects going on, but I want to tell you why I really actually like these harsh aspects and how we can spin them to be positives. So we have Mercury square Uranus, which is going to bring about some strange communication. I think that's been happening for a lot of us lately. Tension regarding freedom and intellect. So we can be kind of butting heads with the way we think, our different ideologies, and the way that we believe in freedom. Now, I can't even believe how spot on that is in terms of sort of what's going on in our country at the moment. If you are watching this from the US, that is, I don't even think I need to go into explaining how insanely accurate that is. Uranus is all about freedom. We're communicating about what we believe is our freedoms, right? And what we believe probably shouldn't be happening, right? And the ways that we should maybe be upholding that more rigid aspect with the Capricorn of the way things that are supposed to be so that they run well, right? We're supposed to respect our democracy. I'm going to get off my soapbox now, but that's been said. We also have Mars square Saturn, and this one I really love. So Mars square Saturn might be something that's not the most fun energy while you're dealing with it, but in the long run, Mars squaring Saturn is going to burst you into a direction that's positive for your life. So Mars is the go-getter of the zodiac. Goes very well with Capricorn, right? Mars and Capricorn both like to get things done. Mars adds that more fiery aspect, adds a little more passion. Sometimes it's not always the easiest feeling. Can be a little bit too aggressive sometimes for Capricorn. But we have Mars square Saturn, and Saturn is about our destiny, our life path. Saturn is what pushes us in the direction that we need to go in life. It's not always the most pleasant thing. Like when you hear about a Saturn return, it means that you're being pushed fast to really become the person you're supposed to be and to, do the things you need to do in this lifetime that, Capricorn would love because it's what you're supposed to give to the world. So this tension can really help further us along our life path and our destiny. So this can be a really good thing. It may not be fun in the moment because Mars may be like, you're not doing enough to further your path. But then, in the long run, it's going to help you because you might be realizing like, oh, I'm not where I want to be. But in order to really be where we want to be, sometimes we have to realize that contrast, right? So we can take that contrast and then make tangible goals that we can work forward to changing it instead of just wallowing in it, right? So allow this to move you forward instead of holding you back, okay? So keep going. Use that Mars energy to burst forward and, to accept that maybe you're at a turning point in your life with that square. You're not quite where you want to be, but it's an opportunity to pivot. So allow it to be that and don't let it get you down. That's my tip for the Mars square Saturn that we're going to be experiencing. And then last but not least is a positive aspect. We have the moon sextile Neptune. So a sextile is a positive aspect. It allows for an opportunity in our life. This is going to bring about possible intuitive dreams. So pay attention to the dreams you have around this moon. Neptune is our dreamy planet. Then we have a connection to the mystical, possibly high as well. So once again, I would say really try and get in touch with that intuition. Do some work with that. Maybe, I don't know if you read tarot, whatever it is, some form of divination would be excellent at this time to kind of see what to expect for the year. And also just paying attention to those little intuitive signs throughout your day. Also, this makes it a really great day for visualizing your goals. So just visualizing what you're dreaming of. And because Neptune is all about dreams and the moon is all about our emotions, we have to get on the right emotional track in order to manifest our dreams. So use the moon, use Neptune working together. This harmonious aspect is going to really allow us to be able to visualize with feeling our dreams. So I invite you to try out my pink bubble meditation and to really take some time on the new moon to visualize that. Now that's down in my videos. You can scroll down. It's probably down decently far. You can also probably type it in and search it. Or you can just Google pink bubble meditation. I'm sure that other people have done them as well. And I really hope that you guys have an amazing new moon in Capricorn, an amazing 2021. This is our first new moon of the year. And this is Marceline coming to say hello. And I hope that you guys manifest all of your dreams. I hope this new moon finds you feeling well and knowing that, even if things in the world or your life aren't exactly as you'd like them to be right now, that you can, through positive intention, create the life that you want. I invite you to work with the moon all year with me. So join me on this adventure and we can really get things done. If you're interested in knowing more about where the moon is hitting your personal chart this month, you can actually go onto my website, crystalsofquartz.com, and you can order a moon reading. It'll tell you what house this moon falls in for you. All right, guys, I love you and have a beautiful new moon in Capricorn. Mwah.